Hey guys, how you doing? Trying to get Glenn. Got to give him the link again. Let's see how many we got. 107 people here right now. Sweet, that is nice. And the stage, there he is. How you doing, Glenn?
Good. How you doing, Mark?
Oh, I'm doing. Yeah, can't complain. Just watching the spaceships up in the sky. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. There we go. Let me get the old link down just so you know who doesn't show up. Yeah. There we go. Hey, you're the number one poster on there. It says, man, you got a crown and it says number one next to it. That's sweet, man. Well, way to go. You're starting off right today. Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
So that one locker we were looking at on that other site,
Yeah.
I was going to bid on that, but I was out in my garage and I just got too much shit. I've got to start purging some stuff and getting rid of it. I wouldn't have anywhere to put it.
So you need to sell stuff or donate
Yeah.
stuff or
Yeah. No, it's not donated stuff. It's stuff I can make money off of. I just got to get off my ass and get it posted and get rid of it. So that's where I'm at. But I'm going to start on that this week.
Yeah, we're just listing everything. We're listing a few things at a time. I got a guitar that I'm selling now, an acoustical guitar. I think somebody might buy that today. We got somebody that's supposed to react to that around 2:00 or have me set something up. So we'll hopefully sell that. It's just kind of like keeping the stuff flowing.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, how you doing, bud? Yeah. Eric says you should see my place, Glenn. He's got a lot of stuff too. I think Eric's got almost like a warehouse, man. I've seen he's got a lot of space there. Some nice big bid.
If I got anything else, I just have to set it outside, and that's not good this time of year.
Yeah. You all had a yard sale last year, didn't you? Or was it?
Yeah, I think we're getting ready to do that again, get rid of some stuff.
I think that'd be the way to do it, is just blow it all out at a yard sale,
Yeah.
It's probably your best bet, and whatever doesn't get sold, look at it and determine, do I want to try to sell it again or do I want to give it away, kind of thing,
Yeah, that's what we did last time. We kind of, the second day of the yard sale, just made a dollar table and let everything go for $1, and whatever was left over went in the trash can.
Yeah, KT Treasures, they do dollar sales. They put almost everything on it, like not everything, but they'll have these giant dollar sales and they make a lot of money. They'll make 4 digits every time they run one of those at $1 a piece. So, if you get enough dollars, it's worth your time. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Mad Dog's in the house. How you doing, Mad Dog? He says, Stalker. I'm Stacker. Hey, Stacker, I got a special surprise for you. I know how much you love guns and you love copper, and I got a copper unit with thousands of. Yeah, it's at North Westing something. I've seen it. It's got copper pots on the left and the front, and there's antiques all throughout it. Well, I've been watching it, and I have noticed that one, and we'll show it. There's still, I don't know how much time left. Quite a bit. I've got one that I'm going to buy this week, Wednesday. All it has in it is a couple of old antique dressers and a crappy mattress and just some random clothes on the ground. But we want the antique furniture. We're willing to pay, I don't want to say on here in case somebody's watching this, Well, hell, it's only somebody could watch the replay, but I mean the furniture. We feel like we can get up to $300 for it, so we'll probably go into like 100 or so. The locker is in my neighborhood. Literally, it's a mile away here, and it's so yeah. So we're looking to buy that, and you know how I always say that dresser drawers, especially in antique dressers, are better than safes. Well, they can be. So there's a lot of drawers in those two things, and one of them's wrapped, and the other one's not wrapped, and it's got like a piece of paper sticking out of it, which indicates to me that there could be a drawer full of stuff. And when you find that in antique dressers, what else could be in there? You know, that's my whole thing. Yeah, I have. I'll go. I'll show that unit. I got a feeling it's going to go really high on price because of the copper, and I saw brass in there too. Um, it looks like it was a reseller though, so I think everything there's going to be some really good antiques in there, but I don't think that there's going to be any like gold or silver items. But semi-precious metals, yes, I believe there's going to be quite a bit. And Mandoc says the big hanging pots that a lot of antique dealers love, very high end, very chic unit, over 2,000 worth of copper. I didn't see that much in it, but who knows? There could be. Hey, and Eric says he's got 1,800 square foot packed, and it's packed. Let's see, how many square foot do I got? I got 3 outbuildings out there, Eric, but they're all like the kind you can get at Home Depot, like uh, you could almost call them garages. One of them, they're more like sheds. But I got 3 of them that total about 500 or 600 square feet, I guess. And that's what I work with. And my room right here, it's full of stuff. You know that we some of it's just I'm collecting, and other stuff, you know, I'm keeping, and stuff that we're selling. Like this thing behind the flag, that's a bookcase I got in a storage unit, but we got a lot of things that are listed for porch pickups on there. We just move the flag down, and there's stuff there ready to go when they want to buy it. We sell a lot of dishes, but we hang on to them for it's almost like 2 or 3 years, and then they'll sell.
Yeah, that's the way it is here.
Yeah, I mean, really good, like really good brand. I can't even think of the brand names here. Lennox, for instance, she just chimed in. Lennox, we can list them for like $100. Nobody will buy them. They'll be viewing them and everything. Maybe a couple, 3 years later, somebody will come by and pick them up for about $100. So that's how we unload dishes. They don't sell fast, but they sell and bring good money. So we always list them. The Fiesta stuff goes quick though. If you get Fiesta ware, the original,
Yeah,
that flies out of here when it's the right stuff. Let's see, Mad Dog. Do you want me to tell you what site I found your dream gun unit on? Well, yes, I do. Because I didn't see that. I didn't see that, Mad Dog. So let me get a pen here. So when you do hit it in there, I'm going to write it down because we're going to be doing that. You better believe it. I have really got, this is a new record for me. I haven't bought a storage unit since the gun safe unit. That's been over a month ago. And I think this is my new record, new negative record. I haven't bought anything, you know. And I'm having a little bit of storage withdrawal, man. Okay, it's on storageauction.com. Yeah, we've got that one. I need to look. All right, hang on. Let me find that real quick. Storageauction.com. I had to reset my computer to do some updates, and all the bookmarks I had last week, I've got to rebring them up. So I've got it here. Okay, there it is. So when we go to it, I'll have it. Now, why is that? Uh, what the hell? I'm having problems now. Okay, there it is. You'd have to throw out some trashy car seats, gun cases, and ammo box. Like you. Oh boy, that sounds good, man. Problem is, everybody else can see it too. You know how that goes, Glenn. You're
Yeah.
like, oh no, this is great, except everybody's gonna see it. That's the problem. Shoes off. Chucky isn't back yet. He's been, yeah, been on the fence, on the roof, you name it. Get comfortable here. Pull this in a little bit more. There we go. Hey, we got 3,000 people here. How about that? This is the unit that ends today. Oh my God, we got to see that. Okay. You seen that fancy unit I like? We going to. Extra Space 785. If it's in my area, I've probably seen it. But we're gonna go back and make sure and check it out. Something's got to give. 18,000 square feet, and it's all packed. Wow, dude, that's maybe you ought to have a warehouse sale, man. I don't know how you would handle that, but everything's got to go, kind of thing. I don't know. Depending on the stuff, it would depend on what kind of stuff you got. If it's antique furniture, for instance, in my area, man, that stuff's good. I'm not sure what you got there. If it's like your sports collectibles, you know all about that stuff, man. I've noticed that. So you're probably listing that online and shipping that out. Let's see, Mad Dog Devon's self storage. Yep, that's where I bought the pallets unit. I paid $4,000 for that, but I found it more than enough in 2 items to pay for the whole thing, and then everything else was profit. And when I say items, I mean gold and silver. And since then, the gold and the silver has gone way up. And as you guys know, gold cracked $4,000 an ounce.
Yeah, I think silver is like $50 an ounce now, isn't it?
Silver is right on the edge of $50. Yeah. And it's going to double. I think that's going to double. And I think the price of gold it's not done. It's going to keep going as the dollar. And there'll be coming a time here, and it won't be that far off. And we're getting close. We're going to be heading into a new gold-backed financial system, and it's getting ready to actuate, man. It won't be much longer. There's things that have to happen. All the wars have to stop. All of them. And we're on the verge of getting there. Finally, one side loves wars. The other side doesn't want them. And I don't want them. Sane people don't want them. Why would you want that? Unless you're getting money for the sale of the armory. Oh, that's right. That's what they're doing. That's right. Yeah, some people just love war. They profit off of it. I don't give a crap about the people involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's that little issue there called humanity. I guess some of us care and some of us don't. All right, I'm moving on. I'd love to see you go to storageauctions.com and show them the gun. I'm going to do that, man. 12:30 gets here, or probably before, because I'll show you my list of things to talk about, my bullet points for today. Seeing?
Yeah.
It's a polar bear in a snowstorm. Okay, but I started something on the previous page. There's your Extra Space 7085. So there's one, and that's in Louisville. It's at 150. I think you love it. I think you might want this one today. Ooh, that sounds good. The card shop's have been up for over 6 months. That unit, Devon Self unit. Yeah, that used to be Uncle Bob's, and then it was Life Storage, and now it's Devon Self self-storage. I know the manager over there. His name's Biff. Good guy. And he was manager for all three of those places. And it looks exactly the same, except they changed their sign. That's it. Eighth or seventh time. It's been up more times than yeah. Eventually, they end up losing those kind of units when they keep paying at the last minute. Most of the time, they end up losing them at some point. Hey, Harry, how you doing, bud? He's on his other account there, 60 plus adventures. Shoot, you're going to have to change the name of that for too long, man, aren't you? Be 70 plus adventures. You're going to have to change. I'm just messing with you, man. I think I might have beat you to that one. Yeah, I did. They might not be because it looks so trashy, though. No, I'm Stacker, man. You said Stalker. The trash might scare them off. Nah, the trash is easy. You just throw it away, man. It's just a hassle because it clogs up all your garbage cans. I've never paid that. Well, I take that back. When I was buying units with Hunter, he insisted that we go to and throws things away at the what do you call that place? The dump, where you got to pay dump fee. I don't like paying dump fees, but we ended up doing it. Even the car seat, yeah, car seats, baby seats, that stuff you can't give it away around here. Baby seats, most of them they expire as far as long as they're able to be used legally, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a liability thing, I think, there.
Yeah, so we really don't. I mean, sometimes if they're in okay shape, we'll just donate them to the Wayside Christian Mission, and they'll take them. They might throw them away for all I know. I don't know. And Harry's on his main account. There he is. How you doing? Glenn the Swamp Picker. Hey, how you doing, bud? We're here. This is show 201. We hit our 200th show last week. I think we hit double digits last week, Glenn. We had 10 people here. Yeah. That is freaking amazing. We got 9 right now. Yeah, isn't that amazing? That's right. See, dreams really do come true, man. I'll tell you what, as far as cat videos go, I accidentally posted one this morning. I post 4 every evening, I accidentally posted one this morning of Chucky. It was like 12 seconds. It got over 1,000 views in 3 minutes. It was like boom. And but I could put up a video of a storage unit where I find gold and silver like 2 weeks ago. It's been up for 2 weeks. It didn't hit 100 views. But my cat could go out in the yard and take a crap, and I would get 2,000 views. Or I could get a cat sniffing the other cat's butt, 3,000 views. So you see why the main part of my channel, I'm kind of segueing where I'm always going to do storage units, but I'm just going to call it like it is. I mean, people want to see my cats more than they want to see what I'm finding in storage units. So we're going to do both, as we always have. I'm just going to admit the fact out loud that the cats are more popular. And that works out fine because I love cats. That's right. Isn't that right, Sadie? I'll tell you what, they don't ever disappoint, too. They will give you content. Cats are crazy. They will make good content. And we even got them filmed our groundhog was out there. We feed him. We've even called him Woody. He lives under building 3. And he's, groundhog, woodchuck, same thing, right? So we nicknamed him Woody, and we feed him. I think he'll be able to coexist with the cats because they're vegetarians, and cats are meat eaters, so there won't be that issue. So, but anyway, my point is, cats are more popular than storage units. Of course, we all do that. Oh yeah, okay. What'd you think of the new intro I made?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm gonna play it again so everybody can see it. I don't know if they saw it or not. I gotta feed Sadie. I could take a video of her eating that right now, post it, it'd get a quick 1,000 views. So how is that not addictive? It lets me know how the people that do other content feel when they put a video up and it gets a lot of views. At least I get the feeling of that because I just have to post different content. You know what I mean? And I'm not even complaining about it anymore. I just realize that's what works. And so I'd be foolish not to do what works. Jewish bankers are squeezing the crap out. I mean, there's a lot of cool. It's kind of like when the United States has always been seen by the world as the bad guys. You know, because there's a bad side and a good side. Well, like there's a country in the Middle East that is the same way, good and bad. That's probably all I should say on this platform in that regard, because you're gonna hit the wrong nerve somewhere on that one. That's a, you know what I mean, Glenn?
Yeah.
That's a tough one because people see it only one way. They can't say, "Oh, it's this." There's a little bit of that. Okay, but see, it's looking straight ahead and only seeing one way. So, yeah, we cannot have. That's going away. We're getting so close, Harry, to the new financial system where it's going to be gold backed. That system's already ready to go. There's just all the wars have to stop, and we're getting very close to that. I think Trump did make a deal in the war over in the Middle East. You know, the one I don't even want to say it out loud here because this platform is still a little glitchy. Let's just say that glitch. Yeah, I was telling you, like last week they took Trump's took his channel down several years ago, and now they had to pay him $25 million for that, for denying his freedom of speech. So you know what? That bird came home to roost, man. Hey, Craig, the land shark. Land shark. Land shark. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. We're going to go look at some storage units here in a little bit. Mad Dog says there's some guns in one. And we're going to go look at that. Of course, if everybody can see them, they'll cost over $1 million. So you're going to have to bid high to get them. Usually when there's a gun in a unit, if it's a $200 gun, you're going to pay $400 for it. In addition to, maybe you're going to find more though. That's the hook. Maybe there's gold in there. Maybe there's silver. You find one piece of good gold anymore with the prices. Boom, just like that, you're going to have a good locker. That's right. How did your team make out? As far as, I tell you what, bud, I quit watching NFL after they took the knee. I did away with them all. I told them to kiss my butt. Not again. So I know they don't miss me as a fan. I know they don't miss me. So good. I didn't want to cause any problems. I just don't watch. Now, as far as college, I do watch college. I'm a Kentucky sports fan. Our football program, but basketball. I mean, I think we might be the king of that. At least we will be again. So there's my fandom. It gets put on that. I love Kentucky sports. So there's that. I will say that. Don't rush me. That's 8 years away. Yeah, you'll be all right, man. See, the beauty of that is that tells me that you're old enough to finally getting some of that money back. So it's the day I turned 62, I applied for actually 2 months ahead of time. I think they allowed you to go ahead and pre-apply, which I did. Yeah, Craig, it's either be old or be dead, and we chose old. Okay, at least to the best of our ability. That's right. And there's some certain technology that's coming out that people will say, oh, that doesn't really exist because I looked it up on Google and said it doesn't exist. Well, that's how you know there's no such thing as aliens, too, right? Isn't that the correct, Glenn? Yeah, all you got to do is look it up on Google. Even though they know this thing flying up here in the comet, they're not letting you know. They know what it is. They have pictures of it, but we can't look at them because we're infants, and they're the grown ups and we're the infants. Okay, they can't do that. There we go. Well, y'all are old. We're trying to get a hell of a lot older, dude. Isn't that the point? We're going to go for it. There's nothing guaranteed. But yeah, there is going to be some technology that we'll be able to stretch that quite a bit. And I'm hanging in there. I want to see it. I got a vested interest in seeing it.
Okay.
I didn't see Swamp. Hell yeah, Glenn the Swamp Picker's here, man. 10 people. That's exponential. You have gone viral. You know what? For us, 10 is our kind of like our peak. I think one time we had almost 30. Maybe that was we had Brandon on here from Storage Hunters. I know that was our most watched live because I actually promoted that one live. I think I did put it out in a video too. The only thing bad about the whole thing is I haven't seen Brandon on YouTube since. It's like he's off the face of the earth.
I know.
I hope all right.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I told him, I said, you're always welcome. You can come back here anytime you want. I haven't seen him on YouTube. I love when Devin's Self-Storage Treasure. I love seeing units at that facility. It's one of my favorites. You've always I have done good over there. I bought a really sweet unit with the pilots unit. And yeah, make a cat channel. What's what this is, Craig? I don't need another channel. I've got a variety channel. I've worked on this channel for 7 years now. And embarrassingly, I've only got 16,000 or a little shy of that. But I've come to the conclusion it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do what works to the best of my ability. And I have found that cats are more popular than storage units. So I'm putting up cat videos every day and I'm buying the best storage and buying the storage units I want or really like to get. And then I'm showing them. But by the time I get enough storage units to show, then the algorithm has already switched my channel to cats. So, and your suggestion here would work, but I don't want to do that. I just want to have one channel. I can have all of my stuff on, and if people want to watch it, they can. And if they don't want to watch it, they don't have to, because it's just the way it is. I just don't see starting another channel. It was going to. I mean, I know people will do that, but whatever, man. I agree. They are beautiful. Yes, sir. I love your intro. Oh, thank you, man. Dog, you reminded me. I'm going to show you this. I made this week. Probably to show up in my next storage video is after I have the hook at the beginning of the video, then I'll have my quick intro and then boom, right back into the content. That's the plan. And here it is. Did you see that that was my thumbnail from that guns unit that I bought 5 years ago, and I made it come to life. That was the thumbnail, and I made it actually come to life at the end of that. I don't know. I liked it. Yeah, there it was, man, dog. What's up, Glenn? I agree. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. I was going to ask you one thing. If you ever sold antique solid copper hanging pots, I have sold. Yes, I have, and they'll sell on Marketplace very easy. And the first question you'll get, even if you put it in the ad, is how much does that weigh? So you could put it in the header of the. You could put it in the title. 18 pounds of copper. Your first question will be, how much does it weigh? It's just the way it is on there, isn't it, Glenn? That's how it seems on my end. I don't think people actually take the time to read the ad. Some do. I'm going to give some people credit. Harry says, well, as long as I don't have to have implant chips or fake. No, you don't want any of that. That's the mark of the beast, my friend. You do not want anything of that. Don't even go on that timeline, my friend. Nothing like this. No implants, nothing. You don't want nothing. Once you do that, you're screwed. Okay, you're done. Don't do it. We care here, man. We care here. But just as far as doing a Google search, if you want to find the truth out on something, like, are aliens real? Well, we already know they're real, man. But if you ask Google, they'll say no. Or if you ask about the mothership up there, they'll say it's a comet, which we now know it's not. They even have pictures of it leaked, and it's not a comet, folks. Anyway, I digress. We're going to go into do some storage units now, guys. How about that? So Mad Dog said, now the one with the guns, that was it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Share screen, storageauctions.com. All right. I guess 40299, right? That's my zip code. I guess we'll do like a 25-mile radius. We'll search for it. Okay. Morningstar. I don't like Morningstar. I've been down there. That place sucks. But it's not there, or at least in that one. Place is like a dungeon. Okay. $20. Where's the one with the guns in it, man? I can't find it.
He said it's at $150.
Oh, okay. I'll look for that. Wait a minute. That last one was 170. Maybe that was it. I don't think that's it. The guns in there. Okay. There's an air compressor in there. Okay. Mattresses. There's Mattress Warehouse right there. Screw that. 502 storage. Okay, 15 miles. Okay, we're looking for one that's 150. We got somebody bending over in front of the camera. Okay, whatever. And here he is right here looking at a pile of crap here. Okay. Great picture. What kind of a picture is that? A lot of goose eggs here, man. More goose eggs. More. I must have just gone up because it's got a lot of tubs. I almost said empty tubs. We don't know that. A lot of tubs and wardrobe boxes is not a single bid, but it's 16 days out. So people, I don't like to bid that far out either. I'm not seeing anything that's $150, man. Of course, I'm not through it yet. Maybe I didn't go far enough. I don't know. As far as miles. Well, it's not here. Hmm. I don't see you. Yeah, here's a storage auction they're selling, but it's got no image available. That's a good one, huh? That'd be kind of like a gamble and a half right there to bid $10
Yeah,
on it. Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get involved with, though. I wouldn't want to do it. I mean, it might be a good risk.
and it could be a locker full of piss stained mattresses.
Yeah, or it could be 50-gallon drums of hazardous waste. I mean, who knows? I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. But as far as a unit, with the only thing close to this unit for 170. So we'll look at that. Maybe it sells tomorrow. This might be what he was talking about. But I don't see any guns in here.
No.
Or do I? I see some camo. Could that be a gun case? I mean, I don't see it as that, but I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that could be a. I'm not sure about that now. Hmm.
And he said you looked at it, he said it's right above.
Above the one I'm looking at?
That's the way I'm understanding it.
Okay. Here's the ones above. They're both at 0. And here's one that's $20.
Yeah, he said he's looking at it. He said it's 150, but I don't see one for 150 there.
How many miles from 40299 did he go as a radius? Can you let me
He
go?
said above that one, up higher.
Okay. All right. Hmm. Well, I've got the one that's 170, and everything above it on my page is a goose egg, a goose egg, a goose egg, and $20, and a goose egg, and a one. Ah, here it is, 150. I found it. I didn't see it before. I swear I went through there and just didn't see it. Okay, what are we looking at here? It sells tomorrow at 12:30 or 12:20 or whatever. 12:12. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. I see some toothpaste. I mean, I'm not seeing any guns yet. I don't think that's a gun right there. It could be, but I guess it. Huh, it's not mentioning anything about that. Well, we'll see. Okay. Uh, okay, I do see some camo backpack kind of stuff here. But I'm not seeing any guns. God, these pictures are tough to work with. This is my least favorite site for navigation, but it is what it is. Huh. Okay. Not really seeing. Now I do see some ammo boxes down here. Um, as far as actual guns themselves, I guess technically there could be some in here. Now here's more ammo boxes. Um, if they were full of ammo, that would be really good because ammo's expensive. It's got potential. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, people have noticed it. It's $150. That'll probably double. Um, let's see. Keep wanting to say that's a ring light, but it's not. There's a hat. I guess you could call it a possibility of guns because of the clues. I mean, you do have ammo boxes, but I cannot spot an actual gun here. I'm not saying it's not there because I could easily miss it. Hmm. I don't know what that is. I mean, somebody could mistake that for a gun holder. Huh. All right. Well, it's got some interesting looking stuff in it. I'll say that for sure. All right. All right. Well, duly noted, man. It's got 161 views, 3 days to clean it out. Not bad. Is that a gun case? There's an old beat up trunk. Ooh, there's another. Look at there's a bigger ammo box there. Those you can actually sell them, just the boxes, of course. So you got to assume they're probably empty. All right. Not bad. Let's see what they got at Glenn's place. 93308. Let's see what Glenn's got. Zip. Zilch. There's nothing. All right. Well, we're going to try something else. Okay. Let's take that down. Go back to StreamYard. Okay, we're back into StreamYard. Let me get caught up with the chat again, see if there's any new. Is a stalker to a stalker? We're looking at gun cases in the corner. I saw that. It looked like a tube of next to another thing that looked like a tube. I wasn't really sure if that was a gun case or not. I mean, it could be. I did say it could be. Did you see the Legos in the ammo case? I don't really go gaga over Legos much, but I do recognize the fact that I can sell them. Low dollar items, unless they're sets, a nice big set. They do sell. I don't get too excited about that kind of stuff unless I think there's going to be jewelry or guns or I don't know. I guess I'm focused on the certain things and the rest of it. But I do recognize the fact that those sell. Yes. I could see that the pictures are terrible, but I could see the ammo cases probably. Well, yeah, there was a number of those. I'll give you that. And those are clues, and there could be a gun in there. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Are you a little leery? I wouldn't let somebody come into my 5 mile radius and get that for 150 if I didn't have anything I liked even more. That is, I mean, there's a lot of stipulations there. I just, my system. I might feel one day to do this, and another day I might be a little bit more brazen, and I might go a little bit farther, or I might pay a little bit more, just depending on my mood. That's the beauty of it. I don't have to just buy. I just have to buy. I got to get something. I did that for a while, and then that's how I got all cluttered up with everything. It didn't take long. It just didn't take long, man. But it can be a numbers game. The more you buy, the less the odds of finding gold are. So, yeah, I've definitely found my share. I think that is a ring light for doing. I thought it was, but then I zoomed in on it, and then it didn't look like one up close. But I'm using a ring light right now, as a matter of fact. Where did I get it? Storage unit. I think that, yeah. Eric says it looks like some vintage BMX bike parts in the gun locker. Those can get pricey. That would be something I probably would suck at selling. That sounds like something you'd probably be all over. And, certain things, I feel like, we sell 90% of the stuff we sell is on Marketplace. So how would that sell there? I got to have the whole bike for sale to have any luck on Marketplace. And we sell good bikes for good money on there. But I've never tried selling bike parts. I got a couple of bike frames in the back there that I've really, yeah, kind of like what might have some good value, but I just don't have any luck. Unless there's the whole bike. Somebody can get on and ride it out of here, then yeah, I can probably sell it. I thought I saw 3 gun cases in this unit. I thought I saw 2 or possibly 3 that could have held a gun. I wasn't so sure if they were specifically gun cases. But I could be wrong, man. Large ammo box, about $50. Probably, yeah, the large one. That's a nice unit. It was okay. If that was in my 5 mile radius, I'd probably mark it, but I'm not going to go downtown. I have before, but yeah. All right, let's go back into now. What we're going to do here, we're going to go share screen. Let's look for Glenn with Locker Fox, because I know the last time you bought, Glenn, wasn't it with Locker Fox? So 93308. There we go. This is at Purely Storage at Shafter.
We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it, Mark.
Really? Oh, my bad. There it is.
There we are.
Okay. I got to do this again. Okay, we're at, yeah, it's nobody's bid on this one. There's probably a reason for that. Let's check it out. Oh, I see. Now we know. It's because it's a turd. I mean, there's a chance there would be some old toys in here. If you're like Eric, would probably take a $10 chance on this. Because there could be like old Hot Wheels, maybe video game stuff in there, maybe. But what I see is a little different. Um, I wouldn't bid on this one myself. That's just me. Look at that. It looks like somebody had explosive diarrhea and were standing facing away from this and then had a blast. I mean, it really seriously looks like that, man. And look at that. And there's a microwave. Here's an old dresser. Well, old, but I mean, crappy old, not vintage old. Yeah, it's got all the stickers on it. Oh, my Lord. Oh, this is terrible. This is awful, Glenn. This is a turd. Uh, okay. Back. All right. This one's got 2 bids on it. It sells Tuesday. Oh, Lord, look at this crap. You got to, it looks like it's a regular wood dress. I almost thought it was like a baby changing station, which that actually sells good here. A nice one, you know. Um, that would probably sell too. But the rest of the unit looks like crap. Oh my God, Glenn, it's really bad, dude. I mean, it's bad. It's real bad. This is tornado bad, dude.
It looks like everything imploded, huh?
The only thing I see in there is this dresser. I think I could get $40 for it, and maybe this table here. Is that a like a saw? Yeah, okay, that could be a table saw. Maybe I'm wrong. I believe that
Yeah.
is
Yeah, I think so.
okay. I could sell that, and that, but what I see in the back when I see a dusty old like where a baby would sit in it and just kind of rock. What do you call that? That doesn't do anything for me. And then that's garbage. It's just not anything that I would want to buy. I guess if you got it for $10, you could do good. All right, we can do all right with it, but it's not going to be 10. But I see about almost $100 in the front, and with that, you never know what you might find in the back. But judging by what you can see, I wouldn't be looking for much here. But you just never know. That's the beauty of these things, man. You never really know what you're going to find. Okay. All right, let's see if we can find something that doesn't suck now. All right, that could be a tool in there. There's like a tool box. Wow, that's a big saw blade right there. Yeah, I've seen worse. Yeah. All right, well, let's see what we can find elsewhere. Oh, there's some mattresses for you. Oh, look at that. Here we got some goose eggs. Oh, this is not good, man. All right, let's look at this. Maybe it won't suck. Sells in 3 days. Ooh, a big old pair of curio cabinets. Wait a minute. Um, it might be a nice dresser. Yeah, outdoor life, shoes or boots. Is that one pair? No, that's a pair. Pair of display cabinets. That's a dresser. The rest of it is very uninspiring.
Isn't it?
I mean, I see like a couple of okay things, and then the rest of it just looks like empty boxes here. Yeah, that'd be great to have these empty boxes. You could put all your freaking trash in them from there. Look at all this stuff. I mean, that's what I'd be doing. Can you see it? You'd be like, that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. We could fill them up with trash because you need them. And maybe if you're really lucky, you'd find some garbage bags in here for some usage profit. Now, these boxes inside these curio cabinets are very good in my mind, because they could have collectibles in them. But then when you see the taller boxes like that, you wonder. I don't know. Uh, I don't know, man. I wouldn't pull the trigger on this one. That's just me. You got to remember,
Yeah.
I'm pretty picky. I am very picky when it comes to these things. We'll keep looking. Fox U. their screen name is Fox U. FOXU. I know what they were trying to say. Oh boy. All right, I'll click on it. This one sells Wednesday. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Well, I see one decent item here, maybe two. This looks like one of those rolling air conditioners. This to the left of it looks like a little mini fridge with items that aren't bad. That almost looks like a bar. Those don't sell very well, at least not in my experience. But that's not what it is. So that is almost like a dresser, I guess. Honeywell, yeah, that's going to be a air conditioner right there, and a little mini fridge. There's probably $100 right there. And there's another 150. You got this behemoth mattress though that's really making things difficult for you. The rest of it kind of sucks. Yeah. In the back, there's stuff. Wow. There's another dresser there. Whoop-de-doo, man. Oh, God, that looks like somebody died on that. All right, well, that sucks. Let me come back and get caught up in the chat, and then we'll go head out to another site. Looks too junky and too gone through. Yeah. For some odd reason, I got the baby toy vibe, which turns me up. Oh, you and me both. And Glenn as well. I know he feels the same way about it. I call it slobber toys, man. When you start getting into slobber toys, you might as well think about throwing stuff out. Who wants to buy slobber toys for their kid? Slobber toys. What could go wrong? It's a bad looking high chair. That's trash, is what it was. Yeah, that's exactly right. At $10, you might be able to make some money, but it wouldn't be a very exciting kind of clean out. But then again, things can surprise you at times, but you got to go with your best hunch. And starting with slobber toys is not a good start. Mad Dog sees at least a few $100s in this unit. Doesn't it suck as much as the other one? Yeah, I mean, it sucked less. The two cabinets are a TV entertainment center. The long piece of wood goes across the top. Very interesting. That actually, I was thinking it would have been better had it been a like display cases, and then the boxes in the one could have been like collectibles. That's I guess that would have been my hope for that, but that makes sense too. I do like the dust. I do like the antique picture frames. It's got the vibe of an older person, but it's hard to know. Usually, if you see like something like a Walker or an old like hover around, what do you call them things? If you see one of them in there, why would they be in there if they weren't using them anymore? So then what comes to mind is they may have checked out. Sadly, that's when you can find some really good stuff, and I have in the past. Past this, what sucks? I like the last unit more than this. Yeah, I saw some pretty crappy ones. Eric's got a video for today. Good, because I want to watch it. If it ever uploads, it's going to be hard to beat my last locker full of gold. Oh, I know, man. Did you ever see his video? That he found gems and gold and silver. I think he had him a $10,000 unit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Those are going, man. That's what you hope to find in these units. He even found a bag full of money. There was a bag full of freaking heavy bag of coins right there.
I know when he picked it up, I was afraid it was going to rip.
I mean, there'd have been coins everywhere, but it would have been good. Anyway, sure watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it here after a while. I got a couple sales to make after the live, but well, couple. I say couple. Got one. Right now we don't have a whole lot. I mean, we've got plenty, but we'll just list an item a day, and we would at this point until we get into something, get a real locker, and then start finding a lot of items. Can we see the extra space copper special? Yes, sir. We're going to go do that. I'm going to mark this extra space. So that would be, let's do it right. Let's go into share screen. Share. Wait a minute. I'll be right back, Glenn. This will just take a second, my man. Yeah. All right. That's some important business to take care of. All right. 40299, 5 miles. I think that needs to be 10 miles. See, there's the one I'm the high bidder on. There's the two dressers, but you've seen those. I'm outbid on this one. It's because it's only $30 and there's a washer dryer in there. I will definitely, and it's in my neighborhood. So that one there, I see a few $100s the easy profit, unless they start bidding on it. And they will. Not always. That one sucks. That one sucks. That one freaking sucks. Da, 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 da. And this one really sucks. All right, here we go. I'm going to go into a 10-mile radius. Maybe this is the one. Da, 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 da. Oh, maybe it's 25 miles. I will find it, Mad Dog. I will definitely find it. Here it is. It's 730 right now, and it sells in 3 days. Here's the copper pots. Here's another one. Probably see, that could be another one that's wrapped in plastic. And here's some brass right here. That's probably a milk can. That's probably a $50 bill. And here's some more pots down here. They don't necessarily look copper there, though, but as you get back in here, there's going to be more of that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can find a better picture. And everything in here is something. Here's a jewelry box. But the way this unit is, I don't think there's going to be jewelry in it. It almost looks like it was an antique reseller. And for whatever reason, they lost their storage unit. Or at least they're on the verge of losing it. So at 730, I still think there's a little bit of room in here. Maybe a lot. It just depends.
It's going to go up a little bit too.
I think that price will double. If you really want to know what I think that price will be on the verge of doubling. I would say this unit with fees and everything is going to end up costing 15 plus. That's just my prediction, but knowing what I know from years of buying these things. This is interesting as to what could be in here. It's going to be smaller than you think. I have found these things. You look at these, and then you get there, and everything always looks smaller.
Yeah.
Unless it's a crappy unit, and then they look huge. I don't know how to. It's like if you open the door, you can tell it's crappy. It looks gigantic. There's some truth to that, man. Okay. So everything seems to be something. You got like some Hallmark ornament kind of things there. That stuff sells for a little bit in our venue. I'm not sure what this is. That could be anything, because we know it's wrapped up, so it's probably worth something. And there's some kind of furniture that you put together, which I really don't like dealing with. There's another one here. I'm almost to the point where I really probably not going to be getting this one. I don't think there's enough copper to pay for it. The rest of the stuff looks okay, though. It really does. But I just know where the price is going to go on this. It's going to go really high. If I thought that had jewelry in it, I might bid. It's too dark in the back to really get any ideas of what's back there. Then there probably going to be some vintage and antique items, possibly. I don't know, man. I mean, this price is going to double. It's a Chewy box. This thing in this little display case looks like somebody's personal stuff, like a diploma or some kind of something like that. So they probably want that back. I don't know. I just think it's not going to be a money maker. And then I also got to look at the fact that it's probably be 1 month of rent. It's not exactly close. Not like the ones I usually buy. This box says cobalt on it. Interesting. You got any thoughts on this unit, Glenn? If just
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I know it's at 750 or 730.
7:30 with 3 days to go.
Yeah.
2 days and 23 hours. I mean, I'm gonna watch it go off the table, but I'll predict right now, and I'll try to make a note of saving the page so I can show it next week. But I'll bet you this goes 4 digits plus up to 15 with
Yeah, I
beans.
think so.
When
I
you,
mean,
I mean,
if you could get it for not too much more than it is right now, it'd be worth it. But I'm like you. I think it's going to go up at least double that.
if I could get it for 740 and I knew that'd be high, I would do it because I think I could get a lot of the money back immediately with the copper and just putting all that in one batch. Bare minimum, you can get the price of the copper, and I think in some cases those would be worth more than the copper itself.
Yeah.
So there's that, but in the rest of it, it all looks like it to me. It looks like a reseller.
Yeah, I got that vibe also.
So if it's a reseller, this is stuff that didn't. Well, that doesn't really fly when you consider the copper, though. So I'm kind of on the fence there. So I don't know. I think it's a good unit. I just think it's probably going to be it's going to be hard to make a profit on it. Being that I think it was a reseller. I don't think you're going to find any precious metals. I think you might find a lot of semi-precious metals though in that. I think that's the hook in this unit. But I'm not really seeing more than what I see in the left corner as far as copper goes. Let me get back to that picture. If all this was copper, see, this is a milk can. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It looks like one.
And yes, that's like $50. I'll admit that. And then this copper, and then there's like a almost like a copper vase or something like that. But where's the rest of the copper? I mean, maybe one of these. I mean, there might be a piece. Yeah, there's another piece of copper under here. So there, the thing is, and I could be wrong, is there could be a lot more copper that you just can't see. Okay, so there is that possibility. I'm trying to be fair here. And who knows? That could be some really expensive art. I have never found really expensive art, but maybe I did and I didn't know it. So there's that. A lot of boxes in the corner here. Wait. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, it's probably a very good locker. I'm going to say that. Mm. But I don't know if there's enough copper to be. If let's just figure if it goes $1,500, how much do you think all this stuff in here is worth? Um, it's hard to say. One of those boxes could be worth more than $1,000. You just never know. Or it could have some crappy, cracked Tupperware in it. You just never know. Cobalt. All right. Well, let's keep looking. Jackie! He was supposed to be in before the live started, and he's still not back. He's probably on the freaking moon by now. Yesterday, I was looking for him, and I kept hearing him. And I was out there. I said, Sadie, where is Chucky? And sometimes she'll look in his direction. This time, I kept hearing him, and I couldn't find him. I look up. He's on the freaking roof. He's rolling around up on the roof, just kind of laughing at me. Like, get down here. And he did. Whatnots. I like boxes that say whatnots, man. I love going through boxes like that. There could be anything in there, man. I like all these totes and that. I like the front of this unit right here. Let me see what I'm up. Okay, so where is this? It's at Outer Loop. Okay, that's not bad. That's right over in Fern Creek. Okay, then I'm gonna take a take a look. Already took a leak. Um, that almost looks like a mini fridge right there. That's auto money. That's 30, 40 bucks easy. And then you got the whatnots. It's a 10 by 10. Oh, this one's interesting. Nobody's
It's
even
not
bid.
bad locker. Closes in 2 days.
Oh, this is actually not too bad, Glenn. I just now saw
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
That looks like an old wheelchair. That's a clue. Here's Chucky. Julie, Chucky's home. He's an hour and 15 minutes late. I can't. Let me shut the door so we hold him and then until like later in the afternoon. I gotta wait. I'm on the live right now. Baby, come on. Tyler's out there and Thomas is out there, Julie. I can't get him yet. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Well, we still got a little more time here to look for storage units. I'm actually kind of interested in this because, for one thing, it's nobody's bid on it. It sells in 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look great, but I'm looking at it because
Oh.
nobody's bid on it. I see possibilities here. Okay, there's a weed edger. Okay. See, they only put 3 or 4 pictures. That's good and bad.
Yeah. That may be why there's no bids on it. So that could be a good thing.
Could be. Okay, well, there's a clue here. There's this walker. Now, why is the walker in here? Did they get a new one or do they not need this one? That's a big question. If you get my drift. I just need to find one thing. I got to have something to hang my hat on. Well, hi, Chucky. What were you doing for over an hour? You want something to eat? Here, yeah, he found something. He's got the good life here, man. I'm happy for him. Okay, what is this? There's some WD-40. I'm going to put it on my auction watch. That's what I'll do. I mean, just because this, if you get a locker cheap enough, it can suck a little bit, if you get it, because you won't have to find a whole lot. It just looks like there could be a few things in here. I could be wrong, but I see a clue, and then there was a couple things in the front I think I like. What was it? The mini fridge and the whatnots and the totes. I think there's enough there. Yeah. So I've got that on my auction watch. So there we go. There's that. I did find one that I am. So this has not been a waste of time. What is this? It's almost like a brand new lawnmower there.
Yeah. Huh.
What's the catch? There's got to be a catch. Well, there's not much else. Oh boy. Where is this? That's at the same place. Christmas decor. Well, there are some tubs in there. Let me see how many. I bet it's all Christmas crap. I don't know about this one, man. Ugh. Yeah, I do like the other one. Is if I could get that one for 10 or 20 bucks, that people like to look at $10 and $20 lockers because they know that if you find anything, you're in the profit. And they're
Yeah.
thinking, I could do that. I could do that, even if they're broke. Yeah, I could come up with 20 bucks. Might really find some good stuff. You never know. So yeah, there's that hook, the price hook. Hmm. It says TV, Ninja, totes, tennis rackets, KSU jersey, in frame, basketballs, yoga mat. Okay. Hmm. What is this? Maybe that's the yoga mat? I don't know. Oh, there's the Ninja. Clothes. Where's the jewelry box, man? I don't see it. This has got 4 bids on it. It's 40 bucks. Unless it's two people going back and forth, which would be dumb days ahead, but I'm guilty. I used to do that. Okay. I've seen worse. We looked at that. I kind of put that on my auction watch. All right, let's go back and I'm going to go look at the map. That's what I'll do. Then I'll come back into the chat because I'm sure by now we've got thousands and thousands and thousands of comments to go through. Could be thousands. I don't want the manager specials. I forgot to take those out. Um, go store it. I don't like that location. I don't like that. That one looks like crap. Looks that's got Merry Christmas. That's got Santa Claus written all over it right there. Merry Christmas. Extra space. I don't want tires. Okay. All right, I'll click on it. I can hear Chucky complaining. There's a lot of containers of stuff in here. Uh, God, this could really suck or it could be really good. I can't. Mm. So 10 by 15. Oh my God, it could suck. I could just picture getting involved with a unit that I would be kicking myself in my own ass for buying. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm sure you've probably done that sometime in your storage auction.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You bought one where you're like, right off the bat, you're like, man, I wish I hadn't have bought this. And I don't like that feeling, man. Because once you realize that, it's a little bit too late at that point. Oh, we sold a bunch of Halloween stuff the other day. Finally unloaded that. We just put everything we had. We had like a tote of just random stuff. Got 20 bucks for it. Best items in there were a couple of skulls. They weren't real, but they looked pretty. They were pretty good as far as the replicas. Uh, Peach. Huh. Okay. So 10 by 15. God, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's one of those kind where it's either going to be okay or not, man. Oh, Lord. I got to see some more clues. Well, it's an outdoor unit. That's a plus. I see books. That's a little bit of money. Need to see some gold. That could be a toolbox. Some Halloween stuff. There's still time to unload that. It's not too bad. Okay, this picture looks good. Oh, I like this old dresser. Well, it's an old like end table, not end table. What do you call that? Right next to your bed, your
End table.
yeah. I mean, I guess that's what you would call it. But
End
that
table. Nightstand.
that's it. That's it. Nice thing. This could be Legos. I mean, I do recognize the fact that Legos do sell. Lots of wires, which means there could be things that go to those wires in here. Starting to get in some kid looking stuff. There's like a Rubik's Cube sitting there. Toolbox. Could be like a generic box of non-brand name tools. Would be worth a little bit. It's only $70. There's probably some profit in here. Air crazy. I need to see some video game stuff or something like that. Thermo Pro, wireless dual probe, meat probe for barbecue. Oh, okay. That's not going to be worth a whole lot. I mean, this is not a bad looking $70 unit, though. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I will put it on my, I already did. I put it on my auction watch. So I'm going to come back into the chat. But what I want to do real quick. Okay. Go back into, and here's why I get really excited about jewelry boxes. There it is, $4,000. And that's been fluctuating between 4,000 and then 4,050 the last couple of days. Just thought I'd show that real quick. Okay, let's go back to where the comments, where did I leave off? Oh, I'm sorry, Chucky. Why don't you come in, take a nap, and then later on we'll go back out. I got to let your boy back in here, but I can't do it yet. He's mad because Thomas is outside. Three of them were out there yesterday, and the groundhog came running around building 3. We've nicknamed him Woody, and we feed him, and he's a vegetarian, of course. And the 3 cats were just sitting there watching him eat this cucumber we threw out there. And then he went under the steps to go back under the building, and then they ran over there. So, but it doesn't look like it's upsetting them too bad. So Woody gets to live here. And then in the winter, we'll know like when we got 6 weeks of winter left, because then he'll come out and see his shadow. Isn't that how they do? It'd be worth it for 1,000 or 1,100 or something like that. I think it's going to go that or maybe more. Oh, I'm sorry, Chucky. I'll go get Thomas here in a few minutes. You call him, Julie? He's fussing at me. Can I brush you? You want me to brush you? I'll get Thomas after the show. Yeah, give him some of those dried minnows. He loves dried minnows. Be interested to see you put a one bid on it and see if you get for backup offer. Well, don't you have to be the second highest bidder to get that? Or well, I mean, then if the second guy, then the third highest, you almost need to bid in the last day to get that. I would think, but I could be wrong. I think there's over $1,500 worth of copper if it's 13. I saw about a half a dozen, I guess, maybe. A little bit of brass. I mean, if you start getting in there and finding a lot of brass and copper, I guess copper is actually more than brass, right?
I think so.
All right, well, let's find out. We saw what the price of copper was. It was like $5 a pound, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I got to know the answer to that. Go to Google, Chucky. Why is this phone so slow all of a sudden? Unbelievable. So, look at this. Okay. What is the current price of brass? It says there's got a range depending on the alloy form and market, ranging from approximately $1.10 to $4.50 per pound. So I would figure it's somewhere in the middle there, maybe a couple to $3. So yeah, you would rather find copper. Copper would be what you'd want to find, even though brass is good. It's kind of funny at times when he's on the roof, but I don't want him to get hurt. Well, he is a cat. He's got kind of like superpowers, man. I saw a video one time of this cat that fell off of a building, like the third or fourth floor, and he was like coasting down, hit the ground running. I mean, I designer walker, interesting looking unit, makes me think older person. It's a clue that somebody could have passed away. If that's the case, that's when you never know what you might find. Getting a gold vibe, it's a possibility. That's why I put it on my watch, man. You know, there was that possibility. I'd like to see, put a $10 bid and see what happens. If I think I can get gold, you're gonna definitely see. Yeah, I can get 50 for the weed eater. Yeah, that's if they work, though, man. I've had some bad luck with weed eaters at storage units. Brand new looking Pushmore. That's got to be $60. I think so. I didn't see much else though. You got to throw out the mattress. Yeah, it looked like a crime scene, man. Still worth $10. Yeah, for sure. Another unit, I might get up to 30 max. Ninja, you can get $50 for that blender. That's the price of the unit. Yeah. All the good ones and that extra space. Yeah, I've got a few targets, man. I'm ready. Let me get through the chat here. I know the feeling it could be a huge home run at $70 and thousands of dollars, or it could be a goose egg. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's why I always try to find something to hang my hat on. You know what? I'm like, if all else fails, I've got this kind of thing, you know. It's hard to know. This looks like something that KT Treasures would buy because it's got a designer vibe. Yeah, I mean, I always look for brand name stuff because that means they spent more on their stuff or they got knockoffs. It could be either one. Designer purses. I have lucked out and found some real designer purses. People love skulls and Halloween. Yeah, they do, man. We actually sold that stuff. I'm seeing what I think is a record player somewhere. Like the DJ vibe, the video game vibe is going good for me. Yeah. You don't always have to be the second highest bidder if they give it to the second highest bidder and if they never respond. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, you could be fifth and maybe get it. A lot of times people lose the unit and then they've moved on. You know, maybe they bought another one. You know, or you know they don't want an extra one. You know, it can get down to the list pretty quick. Copper's worth more than brass, and yes, copper at one time was just as much or more than gold at one time. It's been a while, but yeah. Uh, I want to see what copper antique pots are going for on eBay. That would be something to look up. Yeah. But today we've run into the end of the show, guys. So episode 201, 201 is in the books. So I guess I'm going to go and try to round up some cats and got some cat work to do. And I do have some targets for this week. Sorry, Glenn, we couldn't find you jack squat on there today.
Yeah, that's all right.
And you kind of need some more room anyway. So
yeah, I got to get rid of some crap.
It might be a good time to line up a yard sale because I don't know how the weather is there, but it's gotten nicer.
Yeah, 70 degrees, so it's not bad.
Yeah. So I guess that's all for today. So I appreciate everybody that showed into the chat today. Much appreciated. Glenn, appreciate you, man. And
thank you.
You have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good week, and I will leave you guys with. Oh yeah, we'll leave this funny one. Appreciate it, Eric. Yeah, I'll be watching your video here after a while, man. And thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you, man. Love that last unit you got, bud. That was a freaking banger, dude. I was speechless about that one. It was like, oh my God, it just keeps on. It wouldn't stop. It was literally crapping cash, man. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week, as Eric says. And Glenn, we'll see you, bud.
See you, Mark.
You guys, on YouTube, you all know there's plenty of auctions going on. YouTube auctions, they're free right now. And other sites like Whatnot and eBay are kind of trying to butt in and get in on the action and charge a little fee there, I'm sure. So I've noticed some people selling stuff on YouTube, and there's a lot of things that get 0 bids. But what I'm saying, here's what you do. I'm going to give you an example of what you can do to where you're going to move all the stuff. So what you do, let's say you put up this real nice cut. This is a royal something or other bull crap. No, it's a nice one. All right. And you say, well, starting bid is $1. And they look and well, what happens? Then nobody bids. You just go, okay, let's go to the next item.